Ever wondered why you feel so busy, yet achieve so little in a day? It's a paradox that many of us grapple with. This might be due to the kind of work we're engaged in. According to Cal Newport's book, Deep Work, there are two types of work: deep work and shallow work. Shallow work is the logistical, routine stuff we do while multitasking or distracted. It often makes us feel busy, but it's not where our most meaningful productivity comes from. On the other hand, deep work is about intense concentration on cognitively demanding tasks, creating high-value outcomes. It's work that requires all your attention, where you're fully immersed, and distractions are kept at bay. In our modern, technology-driven world, the ability to engage in deep work is becoming increasingly rare and valuable. It turns out, not all work is created equal. Some tasks require deep, undistracted focus to truly make a difference. So, how can we cultivate this elusive deep work? Cal Newport proposes 4 rules. First up, work deeply. This is all about developing the ability to concentrate without distraction. It's about immersing oneself in a task, completely shutting out the world and focusing on what's in front of you. Think about a time when you were so engrossed in a book or a project that everything else seemed to fade away. That's deep work. Next, embrace boredom. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's about training your mind to resist the constant need for stimulation. Our brains are wired to seek novelty, but this can lead to a shallow, scattered focus. To embrace boredom is to give your mind the space to think deeply and creatively. It's like a muscle that needs regular exercise, and the more you train it, the stronger it gets. The third rule is quit social media. This doesn't mean you have to delete all your accounts and live like a hermit. It's about being selective and intentional about your use of digital tools. Social media can be a powerful tool, but it can also be a major distraction. Consider how much time you spend scrolling through feeds versus how much value it actually brings to your life. Lastly, drain the shallows. This rule encourages us to eliminate or minimize shallow work to create more time for deep work. Shallow work often involves routine tasks that don't require much cognitive effort, like replying to emails or attending meetings. While these tasks are necessary, they can eat up a lot of time and energy that could be better spent on more meaningful, high-value work. These rules are not about making huge lifestyle changes, but rather about making conscious, deliberate decisions about how we spend our time. It's about recognizing the value of deep work and taking steps to cultivate it in our daily lives. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being busy, it's about being productive and making an impact. Creating an environment conducive to deep work is essential, and this often involves rituals, routines, and solitude. Let's delve into this. Routines and rituals are not just about structure, they are powerful signals to our brain. They tell our mind, hey, it's time to buckle down and focus. It could be something as simple as a morning run, a cup of freshly brewed coffee, or a specific playlist. These acts, performed consistently, become signals for your brain to transition into a state of deep work. Now let's touch on solitude. Solitude doesn't necessarily mean complete isolation. It's about reducing unnecessary social interactions, carving out quiet spaces where you can be alone with your thoughts. This solitude fosters an environment where your mind can concentrate without distractions, enhancing your productivity. Nurturing an environment for deep work can be as simple as setting a specific schedule or finding a quiet space to think. In our digital age, deep work is both more challenging and more valuable than ever before. As we navigate the intricacies of the digital world, we are constantly bombarded by a whirlwind of notifications, emails, messages, and the incessant urge to stay connected. This constant connectivity, while seemingly keeping us in the loop, paradoxically often leaves us feeling scattered, unfocused, and unproductive. The digital age, with its relentless distractions, poses a significant challenge to engaging in deep work. The ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks, as Cal Newport defines it, is a skill that is becoming increasingly rare. Yet it's precisely this rarity that makes deep work a valuable commodity in our modern technology-driven world. The need for deep work is not just an individual necessity, but an organizational one as well. Organizations, big and small, need to recognize the value of deep work and structure their work environments to support it. This could mean setting aside specific times for focused, uninterrupted work, minimizing unnecessary meetings, and encouraging employees to disconnect from digital distractions. Yet, it's not just about creating an environment conducive to deep work. It's also about fostering a culture that values and respects deep work. This could be as simple as setting expectations about response times to emails, or as complex as rethinking performance metrics to value quality and depth of work over quantity and breadth. The impact of deep work on career success cannot be overstated. In a world where everyone is busy, the ability to produce high-quality, valuable output sets you apart. It's not about being the busiest, but about being the most productive. And productivity, as Newport argues, comes from depth, not breadth. Those who can consistently engage in deep work, who can resist the lure of digital distractions to focus on meaningful tasks, are the ones who will thrive in the competitive landscape of the knowledge economy. They are the ones who will find satisfaction in their work, knowing that they are not just doing more, but doing better. Deep work isn't just about getting more done, it's about getting the right things done and doing them well. So, what does all this mean for you and your productivity? In essence, Deep Work by Cal Newport presents a compelling case for re-evaluating how we approach our work and our lives. It's about distinguishing between superficial, easily distracted, shallow work and the more intense, high-value, deep work. It's about developing the ability to focus without distraction, embracing moments of boredom, being mindful about our digital consumption, and draining the shallows. The book emphasizes the importance of creating routines and rituals, highlighting solitude as an essential element for concentration and productivity. In our digital age, where distractions are rampant, deep work becomes even more crucial. Newport's insights challenge the conventional wisdom of constant busyness and multitasking, arguing instead for focused, deliberate effort. It's time to reflect on your own work habits. How can you cultivate deep work principles in your daily routine? How can you make your work more meaningful, productive, and ultimately more satisfying? Remember, productivity isn't about being busy, it's about being effective, and deep work could be your key to unlocking truly impactful productivity.